Hello, this is just to talk you through my sound design for the film I've created to submit into the Depict film competition. I designed it in Adobe Audition, mainly because it's just easy to see because I was editing in DaVinci to start with. So I just rendered out a clip of my finished edit so that I could create the sound design to it. So here it is. As you can see, it's not particularly crowded. It's quite minimal, which was the effect that I was going for. I only put a little bit of Foley in. A lot of my design is actually Atmos, so here we've got the Atmos track. Which again just creates the whole underlying tone, atmosphere, the ambience to the video that I've created. For this, because of the minimal sound that I was going for, it made it a lot easier, and because it's not as crowded, and obviously the film's quite short, just made it simple to just pick out certain parts of the sound. So here we have the sounds of the phone. Doesn't need to be particularly loud or intrusive. I've just got the vibration of the text alert and just so I didn't put the Foley in of her picking up the phone or even placing it down on the side with the book, but I've just picked out and highlighted the key parts, so the switching of the light and the Foley of her moving in bed, because obviously that's what she's doing, she's moving in bed. And the atmospheric sound, well, not the atmospheric sound, but the sounds of the person downstairs and them switching on the light, and then it shining in on the subject. Further in, we have the ADR, which I recorded on set with a Zoom H4n.
No. Make us a brew.
So I had my sound recorders situated down here with the microphones pointing up. And the best thing about recording this ADR on set is that I got quite a lot of the acoustics of it as well. So because she actually said it then, and I didn't record it, say, in a quieter room with in a more controlled environment, you can sometimes lose the effect of it. Even though I could put the reverb on and I could mess about with the EQ, it still was better for me to record it on set, and I think it gave it quite a realistic effect.
No. Make us a brew.
Okay, so this part with the light switch, it wasn't on set. I didn't record it on set. I actually put in one that I found and added some reverb on. Just a simple switch, a little bit of reverb. There we go. Then we have the creaking of the floor to attract the character's attention. Only has to be a little bit, so I went for a subtle rather than in your face bang or over the top creak. But it was just enough to get so the viewer can hear it, the audience can hear it, but also it's enough to distract the character. Okay, so because of these shots were the point of view of the stalker, killer, murderer, I decided to make that more evident with the breath. We can hear him breathing. Obviously switching off the light again. And the creaking of the floor, the same creaking of the floor which denotes the killer's movements. Again, back to the breathing as it goes to a point of view shot of him watching her. It's quite a dramatic sound that I chose for the cup of tea because it's in the title, Make Us a Brew, there's the brew. So I wanted it to stand out. And because you can't see the character's head looking at the tea, you assume it is. You assume she is, but the sound just makes it more. So she's walking towards the tea, and there we have it. I didn't want to scream because I feel like unless screams are done in the moment, my actor didn't actually scream. It was just the eyes. And obviously she can't scream if there's a hand coming over her mouth, so covering her mouth. So it's the sound that I found was perfect. I didn't expect to find one. I was going to make one, but I found it and it just fit perfectly. So it sounds a bit like a scream, and it's a pitch to make someone feel uncomfortable. And I think it finishes it off quite nicely. So this ambient was also quite good. I had to cut it down to fit, but it was long enough for the duration of my film. So as you can see here, the waveform here, I'll just zoom in. All along it's been the waveform's been quite small, but then while it gets to the end, or while it's nearing the end, the waveform gets bigger, meaning that the more eerie the sound is and it builds a lot more. Then it dies down a little bit, and then you have the sound of denoting the cup of tea, and the build at the end before going into the screen at the end. We'll say screen, it's more like a synthesised screen. Yeah, so that's my sound design. I made sure to name each track so I knew what I was doing and what was on each track. Normally it wouldn't be like this. I'd have say like ADR to start with, then the Foley, then the spot effects, then any wild tracks, which I didn't have any wild tracks, but then the Atmos. I decided not to crowd my design with wild tracks because my audio was well recorded on set. I didn't specifically need a wild track for that, and I picked sounds that had quite a low noise floor, couldn't hear any of it, so I didn't need any wild track to smooth anything out, which makes the design feel light and less cluttered, but when you watch it back, I feel like it's got a good impact. Thank you.